Alright guys, ways to get unlimited traffic. Traffic is important, as you all know. You may create a quality website, but if you don't have any visitors, who really cares? Who's going to find it? You may write unique stories, take fantastic photographs, or shoot amazing videos, but if you can't get people to visit your site, all of that doesn't matter. That's why it's always been important to get more traffic to your site. Um, so now that you know that you need traffic, how do you get the traffic? Um, I mean, this podcast and this video won't magically get you traffic, but it will throw some ideas at you, and some of the ways described in that I'm about to go over might ring a bell for you, and hopefully there will be some that will be new ideas and will help you get more visitors. So let's jump into it and get started. Alright, so number one is to share on Twitter. Twitter doesn't require a lot of introduction. If you still haven't done so, create a free account. It only takes a minute. You'll be able to tweet your first message. Start working on getting new followers, and don't forget to follow others. Retweet, send messages, and hit the like button from time to time. Do this and you'll start getting new clicks to your articles and to your products and to your e-commerce in a matter of no time. Don't forget to update your profile info and include a link to your website. So that's our first marketing idea tip. Number two is to mention people or businesses in your tweets. Okay, so whenever you can, mention a person or a business in your tweets. Of course, don't be spamming other people because you're just going to lose followers that way. But if you have used a quote or mentioned someone in your post, don't forget to mention that particular someone in your tweet. Chances are that the person will notice that, thank you for mentioning them, and maybe even retweet you. If you're mentioning an influencer, you might quickly get retweeted, and that could lead to hundreds of thousands of followers and friends. So don't forget that, sharing and trading value with others can be very valuable. Number three, another one I'm sure that rings a bell for you guys, is to share on Facebook. If you're not sharing on Facebook, you don't freaking exist. Luckily, that's not true. But the saying goes around for the last few years, while it's been mostly known for its personal profiles, Facebook allows business profiles to be made, and you can't miss that opportunity. Create a business page, a business group, and take advantage and leverage that. Fill out all the details about your website, start publishing your articles. It's a huge social network. Once you start getting your first likes and shares, you'll notice the increase of traffic to your site. Don't forget to update your profile info and include a link to your website. Okay, so number four is to join Facebook groups. Facebook is huge. I can't stress that enough. And there is practically a group for everything. There are public groups, there's private groups you can join. Those groups will allow you to participate in discussions about different topics. You'll be able to comment on other people's articles, and finally, you'll get a chance to publish your own posts. Number five, share on Google+. Although it never really got as popular as the other social channels like Twitter and Facebook, Google's social network is still quite popular. Don't forget to create an account and start sharing your articles. Not only will this get your articles to broader audiences, but there's a chance it will help you with ranking and getting indexed quicker in Google search results. Also, don't forget to update your profile info and include a link to your website. Number six, join Google Plus communities. Just like Facebook groups, Google Plus has its own communities, which you may participate in. Simply find the community's link in the main navigational plane and start searching for a topic. There will be different communities you can join, and most of them will allow you to be a full part member from the start. That means you'll be able to read what other people say, comment, and like their stories and articles, answer questions, share your own articles, which may bring you a few more clicks to your site. Um, Number 7 is share on Reddit. Okay, so Reddit, I don't know how people really pronounce it. I'm not very familiar with it myself. But Reddit is a huge community which allows you to discuss literally everything. You can share links, text, and it also serves as a new aggregation site. While it is really easy to create an account and publish your link, be careful. Reddit moderators are really sensitive about self-promotion. While we definitely suggest that you become a Reddit member, don't consider it just as a promotional platform. Before you'll get a chance to publish your own links, make sure you've actually proven yourself as a true Reddit member. This means you have to participate in other discussions, comment on people's links, text messages, and also share articles that aren't exclusively yours. If you only want to spam subreddits with your own links, sooner or later you're going to find yourself banned from the network, since many of the subreddits allow you to post only after a period of time spent online. You'll find out how hurtful that can really be. Number 8 is to advertise on Reddit. While you can get a lot of traffic just by participating in the subreddits for free, Reddit offers quite a nice advertising program also. Now, unfortunately, their ad manager looks aged, but don't let that discourage you. Once you add your payment details to their manager, you'll be able to promote your own links in a matter of seconds. Add a link you would like to promote, attach a nice image to it, which will draw the reader's attentions, and carefully pick the subreddits on which the ad will appear. Take some time while writing a title, and keep in mind that Reddit users like stories. Storytelling is very valuable, and for it can range. It just depends on how much promoting you want to do, but for just a few dollars, you can easily get hundreds of new visitors through Reddit ads. So that's number 8. And number 9 is to share on Imgur, IMGUR. It's an online sharing community which allows anyone to upload their images. As you might already have guessed, you can't publish direct links to your WordPress site from this community, but you can still get traffic from it. First of all, the moment you create a new account, go to your profile settings and add your URL in the description. After that, start working on your images. The more you care about the images, the more users will respond to them, and that means getting likes and comments where you can talk about your site and your brand. If possible, include text on your images. Although people won't be able to click on them, they can see your URL manually and write it down if they want to see more about what you're doing. Okay, so number 10, share on Instagram. So, kind of similar to the last one, Instagram won't allow you to share an entitled article with the community, but if you're creative enough, you may be able to capture something related to you or your business or your article and create a nice image out of it. Then you can post a new image to your profile, which may interest people into reading the entire article. Don't forget to include a link to your website when editing your Instagram photo or profile info. Number 11, and one that I'm really getting into, is sharing on Pinterest. Pinterest is a network that allows you to share stories by pinning images and videos on different boards. Those boards act like groups, which can be seen by people who like them. Unfortunately, Pinterest takes a little bit more effort than the other social networks, because if you want to stand out, you'll have to be creative. Instead of simply sharing a link, you will need to create an entire graphic image which will represent your article or your products or your services in a creative way. And then if it's good enough, you'll be able to interest people into clicking the link, which may lead to more traffic. So number 12 is adding sharing buttons to your site. Wow, everything mentioned before asks that you do the sharing. Don't forget to allow others to share your content, especially things that make people question things that they thought they already knew. Interesting statistics always get shared a lot, and there's just things that are easily shareable. If your article is interesting enough, people will take the time, copy the link, and share it to social networks. But if you make it simple and add the sharing buttons, they will share it a lot more. There's dozens of popular social sites, so include multiple sharing buttons. You don't have to include them all, but at least add buttons for Facebook, Twitter, Google, Google Plus, and Pinterest. If your reader can share a story just by clicking a button next to the article, they'll be more likely to do so. So number 13 is to republish content on social networks. If you write a lot or you're blogging, you may want to consider republishing old articles to social network or giving them a quick update and republishing them. If you have editorials or some different content which can't get old, you can easily share it again. You can do it manually, or if you're using WordPress, there's plugins. It's called Revive Old Post, I believe. Okay, so number 14 is share on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a business-oriented social network which connects people all over the world. Still, it allows you to share your thoughts and your articles with people you're connected to. If you're careful with what you share, you might get new visitors from the popular business network. Just like other social networks, LinkedIn allows you to participate in groups. Find a group which is interested in your topic or your niche that you're writing about, and you'll be able to publish your articles to people who would be interested in them. So number 15 is to submit your post or your articles to StumbleUpon. StumbleUpon is a unique discovery network which allows you to stumble upon, hence the name, new content of interest. It's easy to create an account and set everything up, add interest, and submit links. Once you choose a category, you can post an article to it while all the other stumblers may get to your site, loaded on their screens, and if you're lucky and you have quality content, people will start to like your pages, which means even more social shares. Don't expect instant success, but if you try hard enough, you might get a decent number of visits. And then number 16 is to advertise on StumbleUpon. If you make sure that you will get discovered on StumbleUpon, you can start advertising. The system is designed pretty nice. You'll be able to create new ads with pretty easy, and unfortunately there's a minimum limit of $20 on StumbleUpon. You need to pay up in advance, so you can work that out with their ad system. But it is a good system to leverage. Number 17 is to get involved with Viral Content Bee. It is an interesting web-based platform that contents people and it connects people by their content. By sharing articles posted by others, you get points which you may use for your own promotion. Once you accumulate a decent number of points, you can publish your own articles. After they're approved by the admin, people get to discover your promoted articles on the site. They get to share your material on Twitter, Facebook, StumbleUpon, Pinterest, Google+, You can easily get shared dozens of times without paying a cent on the viral content bee network. But also be ready to share other people's content as well. So it's kind of a trading value, pay it forward type program. Number 18 is to use TweetPie to get more followers, more Twitter followers. So I think it's TweetPie or TweetPie, I don't know. TWEEPI is an online service which allows you to easily manage your Twitter profile. It will show you details about your account and your followers. And more importantly, it will allow you to follow and unfollow people from your Twitter account. Dozens of available filters will allow you to find new people via the hashtags they use in their tweets. You'll be able to unfollow people based on different criteria. And the fun part is that you get to filter out competition's followers. All that means that you can find the right people for you in minutes. And once you reach them, you have a greater audience for your tweets and hopefully more clicks from the popular social network. And we'll go over more of that in the future. And 19 is to use Buffer to automatically share content. Buffer is a service that allows you to automate the process of publishing new posts on Facebook, Twitter, and several other social networks. You can schedule a post for several days in advance. By doing this, you can control when each post is being published so that you can target your audience all across the globe at the right time. Number 20 is to post YouTube videos. Videos are a huge deal. Practically everything you write about can have a video attached to it. Whether it's simple promotional video or a step-by-step tutorial or your own opinion about something, it's a good idea to post it on YouTube. The video itself will generate new traffic, plus you'll be able to add your link in the video description. If you're creating interesting videos, other bloggers might want to share your videos as well. Depending on the quality of your videos, you might easily get hundreds, if not thousands, of new clicks just through YouTube. Number 21, add your site to Alltop. Alltop is a new aggregation site which displays news for practically every niche you can imagine. If you fulfill the requirements, you can get your site featured within a category of choice, which means that your new articles will automatically get published on Alltop pages. Although this service might help you with attracting new visitors, make sure that you check all the requirements before submitting a link because the moderators are very strict with their rules. If you provide an incomplete link, you can practically forget about Alltop once and for all. Number 22, add your blog to Blogorama. Blogorama features hundreds of thousands of blogs scattered through different categories. You can submit your own blog for free and list your new articles on their site. There are millions of visitors which may end up clicking on your link if it's interesting enough, so make sure that you add your blog to the right category. There are dozens of other blog directories like Blogorama, so don't forget to search for others. Number 23 is join forums. Although they're not as popular as they used to be, they can still be quite a decent source of traffic. Some forums like Quora are still popular and have quite decent traffic numbers daily. Although social networks have become much more popular by participating in discussion forums, you can still find them all over the internet. Find forums where people gather to discuss things of your interest. There you'll be able to join discussions and hopefully add a link or two when appropriate. Don't forget to fill in details about your site and what your business is all about. Number 24 is to start guest posting. Many blogs offer a guest post feature. You can usually find one by searching for a Write For Us link in their menus. That means that you can easily submit your own idea for a post, and if you follow their guidelines, you'll probably be granted access to a subscriber account so that you can post your own article on that specific blog. Although you probably won't have the privilege to advertise through guest posts, you'll get a chance to leave a link or two towards your site, or more likely, you'll get to leave a URL and author's info box. Depending on the blog you're writing a guest post for, you might get a decent number of clicks to your homepage. Number 25, joining a blogging community. There are different blogging communities that can be found on the internet. For example, you might want to join ProBloggers or Copyblogger. These communities will allow you to meet other people, write about similar topics, and it will get easier to find someone who will want to cross promote. Number 26, collect an email list. You should be getting an email list from the very beginning. Allow people to subscribe to a newsletter. If you offer something interesting enough, like a PDF or an ebook, people will be likely to leave their email addresses. After you accumulate a fair number of addresses, you may start sending a newsletter on a weekly or monthly period. Some of those subscribers will be happy to click on your link and visit your site again. This is an excellent way to do monthly promotions or retain visitors. Number 27 is don't neglect your blog comments. Once you start receiving comments on your article, you should be responding to them as soon as possible. This will keep your commenters even more active and it will show them that you care about them and their words. This means that they will be more eager to come back to your site, and they also might refer it to friends. Number 28 is to do a cross promotion. If you can find a similar site to yours, you might want to do a cross promotion. For example, you can publish their article on your site, or they will publish yours on their site. You may share each other's content on social networks, and even exchange banners. Don't be afraid to send an email and ask about cross promotion. Number 29, do a giveaway. People like to get stuff. I know I do. Whether it's a t-shirt or your logo printed on a cup or a hat or maybe even a new iPhone, you can interest people into opening your site just by creating a giveaway. Before you do, start thinking about the money that you'll need to invest to do this. Try thinking of a prize that will interest your visitor and will cost you no money. Do you have a product or a service that you could offer the visitor for free? Can you provide a free subscription to usually paid services on your site? Can you find someone willing to give away something as part of a cross promotion? All that is good material for a giveaway. Number 30, add articles to Wikipedia. Not only is it an authority site, but if you're an expert in the field, you may want to suggest your articles as Wikipedia resources. Find the topic that you're writing about on Wikipedia and then suggest your article as a source of extra information. Before actually submitting your links, make sure that you know what you're writing about, because you won't be able to add just any link to Wikipedia. Number 31 is to try to create your own Wikipedia page. If you know what you're writing about, you may want to get involved with them. Create a new page about a specific topic and include links back to your site. 32 is to publish roundups. You can write weekly or monthly roundups of your own content, or you can collect the best articles found on the web. These roundups are always interesting, and you can get a few clicks more to your original content if you're creating a list of other articles found on the internet. Don't forget to ping back to the original authors, who might include you in a tweet or even get you more clicks. Number 33 is to answer questions on Quora. Get yourself an account on Quora and start participating in discussions related to your niche. If you start answering questions and helping people, you'll gain trust and you'll be able to leave links to your original articles where you might have explained more about the topic. Number 34 is to add email signatures and a photo to the top of your emails. By sending private and business related emails, you should always be including a signature with a link to your site attached. Whether it's a simple link or a more sophisticated call to action, you can always get a click or two from your emails every day. Attaching a photo to the top will gain trust by putting a name to the brand and the email. Number 35 is to set up an autoresponder. If you're going on vacation or you're just getting overwhelmed, simply set up an autoresponder to leave a message and include a link to your website. Number 36, notify others about your blog. No matter the topic of your blog, there are dozens of sites which will cover news from your niche. Make sure that you find all of those sites, then contact the team and notify them about your blog. You may end up surprised how many of those sites will include you in their RSS feed or mention you in an article, a tweet, or somewhere else. Number 37 is to put your blog on Google News. Although you do have to work a little bit harder to achieve this goal, Google News might be worth it. If you follow their guidelines and you restructure your articles in the right way, your articles will probably become part of Google News, which means exposure to hundreds of thousands of potential visitors. Number 38 is to use Sniply, snip.ly, S-N-I-P. If you like to share content, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you might be interested. This social media conversion site allows you to create and to add a call to action button to every link you share. That means if a person clicks on the link you're sharing, they will also get a link which will direct them back to your site. Number 39 is to interview people. Contact influencers from your niche and ask them about an interview. You might conduct a small interview which can benefit both you and the influencer. If done right, the person might mention you in their articles or social media posts and drive traffic back to your site. Number 40 is to write reviews. If you write good and honest reviews about products or services on the internet, the chances are that owners of those products will share your articles and expose you to a broader audience. Number 41 is to create a forum. Just like I told you that it's smart move to participate in other forums, it's also a good idea to create a forum that will attract new people. Number 42, comment on other blogs. If you're not doing this already, you should start following others blogs from your niche. They should be interesting to you, and you should always know what a competitor is up to. Since you should already follow others, you might as well comment on their articles. Don't just spam others, but leave constructive comments which can help someone. Since most of the sites that you will leave a link to your site, people might start visiting you and find that your comments are helpful. Number 43, depending on what you do and how good you are, create an app. You might be able to create an application which will allow people to use your product more easily. It might be a complete app which you can feature on smartphones, or it might be a simple web application which will help people with something. Number 44 is to make a browser extension or a bookmarklet. If others can benefit from a service you're offering, try making it as simple as possible. If you can create it into a browser extension or a bookmarklet which people can use and help, you will benefit from that. Number 45 is to use related articles. Add related articles at the end of each of your own articles. If you're working with WordPress, you can quickly add tags to each of your posts. Then if you install any free or premium plugins for the job, it will automatically add several links to the similar or the original one. If you're careful with your tags and related articles, they will come up nicely in search engines and you will engage your visitor in reading more on your site. Number 46 is to create a Udemy course. Udemy is a popular platform for online learning. It features different tools which allow you to create courses which can be then shared with others. If you create a course which can teach people something, others will be more than happy to share it and drive traffic back to you. Number 47 is to email out new posts. Once you collect email addresses from your email list or your marketing list, don't forget to email them occasionally. Don't overdo it, but send a couple articles per month, and you can probably bring some extra visits. You know, don't. I probably wouldn't be a good idea to do daily, but you know, the right amount will be. You'll find out what the right amount is for your visitors. You know, you can test and see your reactions. Number 48 is to send push notifications. Install a push notification plugin on your site. This will allow your visitor to subscribe for that kind of notification. After you have some people subscribed, you will be able to notify those people directly through their browsers and smartphone applications. Number 49 is to engage your readers in commenting. Whenever you can, try to engage your readers. A simple call to action can be enough to make your reader leave a comment. Ask them a question at the end of the article. Ask for an opinion. Start a discussion. Any of these things can bring more people into your post, and which will become more enjoyable for everybody else to see. Number 50, name your images wisely. Before getting to the description of any images, make sure that you name the image correctly. Instead of random letters and numbers, try to add a keyword directly to the alt tag and the name of the image. For example, if you're writing about Twitter, try including Twitter in the name of the featured image. Number 51 is add descriptions to your images. Once you've uploaded an image to your article, don't forget to add a description. Google and other search engines are smart machines, so they don't just add a simple keyword in the description, but still don't write an entire story in the description. Be brief and be precise, and write several words for each image. This can help with SEO, and it will help get your images on the top of Google image searches for specific keywords. Number 52 is to add links to other blogs from your niche. Linking to other sites can help you more than you might think. Unfortunately, many people still believe that linking to competition isn't a smart move, but actually it's quite the contrary. SEO techniques require you to have at least one external link from each of your articles. Also, a link to some other article might alert the owner, who may decide to share your post or even include it in their roundup. Number 53 is to use Facebook ads. Facebook advertisements are simple but quite a hard nut to crack. It will take some time before you get to know your audience, but if you can spend a few dollars in the advertisement of the social network, it can bring you visits and a lot of people that you've never reached before. Number 54 is to use Google AdWords, cost per click campaign. Google AdWords is a different dimension for itself. The good thing is that you can get started relatively easy, but it will take some time to master. Although while AdWords will help you get in front of others in the search results for a particular keyword, prices can be high. 55 is to use Pinterest ads. If you have visual product which you can promote on Pinterest, using ads on this network can help you gain more clicks to your site. Please see the Pinterest Ad Manager guide for more details. I've been posting articles about Pinterest. I've really been getting into Pinterest here lately, so you can check that out on perfectedmedia.com. Share on Hacker News is number 56. If you run a blog dedicated to technology, cyber, or network security, or a similar topic which go into details about tech, you might want to share your articles on Hacker News. You can easily create an account, share your first link, and get a few clicks, but getting the most out of the network will take time and practice. Don't spam the network, and don't forget to read stories from other people. 57 is to share on Manage WordPress. If you have a WordPress related blog, Manage WordPress is the right place. It is a people-powered WordPress community where you can get to read articles, follow people, share your own links, and vote for the best stories. After you create a new account, it will take you several days until you get to share your first article. While it's okay to promote yourself through the community, please don't ever do, because you'll quickly find yourself without posting privileges. The next one, 58, is share on LYRWP. The service is new, but it has great potential, so it's the right time to join. You can read some articles on it and vote for them and share your links there. Number 59 is to share on MatiWeb, MatiWeb. This is another web-related news aggregation site. While the owner picks news for the site, you can always suggest your links by following the link on the top of the page. Number 60 is to leave your link on GitHub. If you're a new developer, the chances are that you've already been on GitHub and have a GitHub account. Don't forget to add a link back to your website, and then when you help other developers with their coding, you can expect them to check your profile and find your links. Number 61, share on inbound.org. Inbound.org is an online hub for marketers. Here you can follow others, read great articles about marketing, SEO, web, and other topics. If you invest time into the network, you can have knowledge about what people are interested in, and you can get quite a huge number of new visits to your site. Number 62, write better headlines. A simple change in your headline might convert into more visitors. Whether you're going to use a better keyword in your title or simply be catchier, it is advised that you spend some extra time when writing headlines, as most people are headline readers. They skim through your articles, catch in your headlines, and read the headlines that they're interested in. There's different tools which can be found online which can help you with headlines. Number 63 is make your site more responsive. Every kid in school knows that you can't have a fixed width site in 2018. Your website, no matter the topic, has to be mobile friendly. Everybody's attention is on their phone. If you spend extra time during development to make sure your site looks good, and it will be responsive to every smartphone and tablet, you will get way more visits from those devices. Check your Google Analytics report to find out how many visits come from smartphones, tablets, and desktops, and find out which resolutions that they're using. Then add extra CSS line in to make your site more responsive. Number 64 is to host on the right server for you. Among many other things, the speed of your website is a determining factor of your rankings, and that depends on your website speed. If your hosting provider isn't good enough and your site's not getting the right amount of bandwidth, then you need to find a different hoster so you can be on a different server and have your website loading as fast as possible so you can get the best rankings as possible. Number 65 is to interlink your post. When you're writing new articles, don't forget to link to any other relative post or older posts that are in the same topic or have to do with each other. It's advised that you have at least 2 or 3 links per post. Still, don't just stack links in there. Try to make sure that it's natural through the content. Number 66 is use the help of Edgar. Edgar is a service similar to the already mentioned Buffer. It allows you to add articles to a library and then automatically share those articles on social networks. If you have a lot of posts, Edgar can help you organize things. Join Triber is 67. It is a social network where bloggers and influencers meet. Join as many tribes as you can and start actively writing, commenting, and sharing stories with tribe members. Don't forget to add your RSS feed to the Triber account so others can share your stuff more easily. Number 68 is include a tweetable link. Use one quote from your article to make a tweetable link. By doing so, people will be more likely to share it on their story, or since since they won't have to be writing anything, only except sharing a link, they will tweet it more. Number 69 is share funny images or videos on social networks. You'll probably notice that when you share your articles and your stories from your niche, sometimes it's okay, and sometimes you get some pretty good, a return out of that from your visitors. But sometimes it's okay to share something totally unrelated. For example, if you include funny quotes or jokes or funny images and videos, it may interest your followers and connect with them on a personal level. It will allow you to connect just on another level. It's not just a business level or a business to consumer level. Plus, it might get you a share or two more from people who usually wouldn't share business material. So number 70 is update old content. It doesn't matter what you write about, sooner or later your post will get old. Instead of bouncing people from it, make sure to update it from your earlier posts and keep visitors interested. Whether you're updating a missing link or adding a new description or simply pointing people to a new source, keep updating your old posts. Number 71 is to write a new version of the old post. So sometimes instead of the updates, just won't work. Instead, you write a whole new post describing an old topic. Still, that doesn't mean you have to delete the old post, but this will allow you to link to the new post and from the old ones, and you can even add like comparisons. Number 72 is make sure you're proofreading. This one is obvious, but many bloggers forget to proofread their articles because it's overwhelming for them. And when there's a lot of mistakes, people see that. Don't let your blog become a target for grammar Nazis. For example, you can use the extension Grammarly, which is a popular tool for proofreading, and it can help you with synonyms and overall sentence structure. Number 73 is to join Product Hunt. If you have a physical product which you promote online, you can use Product Hunt to get more people interested. If you join the community, you will get to share your own product which others can see, vote for, comment, and other things. Number 74, give away business cards. Although everything went online, you can still benefit from old-fashioned marketing. If you're still using business cards, don't forget to include the link to your website, and depending on the number of cards you give away, you can expect people to get a couple direct to your URL clicks, instead of search clicks. Number 75 is to print links. If you own a store or have offices, don't forget to include name and link to your website in a visible place. There are still people who don't use the internet on a daily basis, although it's a shrinking number. The only way they can notice your site is by reading a link from your doors. So that's just a little tip for brick and mortar stores. Number 76 is to use different hashtags. When you're posting new articles on Twitter, on Pinterest, on Facebook, any of them that support hashtags, use them. Now don't overdo it, but by including a few new hashtags, you can actually show the article to someone new. Don't write them if they don't have anything to do with your site or your article that you're currently sharing though. Number 77 is to use stickers depending on where you're located and how you run your business. Simple stickers can be helpful. Use eye-catching stickers on your laptops, on your doors, on your store. Get shirts printed, anything like that to wear around and put your URL on for people to see and do some advertising. Number 78 is print t-shirts. So just like 77, wear advertising and publish or make products that promote your product or your business. So number 79 is to use SliderShare. SliderShare allows you to upload a presentation to the web. If you have articles which may be converted into a presentation, you can use this service to further promote your website. If you do it interesting enough, you can get people to your site. Number 80 is to publish an ebook. Writing an ebook, even a small one, requires a lot of time, but if you know what you're writing about and the topic is relevant to your business, people will start responding to it. Of course, your ebook should contain a link to your website, and it should invite people to visit the site for some more info. An ebook can serve as an incentive to get more subscribers to your site, or even an email for your marketing list. 81 is to write long tutorials. People love tutorials. If you can explain something in detail and write instructions on how to do it, people will spend more time on your site. More time on your site means better rankings, and if the tutorial goes into details, people will be more likely to share it with their friends. Also, long tutorials are something Google really likes, so it's definitely going to help your rankings after a certain amount of time. 82 is to be careful with keywords. Make sure you're doing your keyword research. SEO is an important part of every website, and it's something that most people can't master at all, let alone master overnight. So be very careful and think about details, and beginners tend to stack keywords into their site. Don't do that. There are certain places that keywords are to be entered into your articles, and then you need to write, naturally. Um, Keywords in the articles, they think if they stack them in there and keyword stuff, that they're going to get a better ranking position. But in fact, it's a penalty from Google if they think that you're keyword stuffing, which will reduce the incoming traffic. So be careful not to write it too many times for articles. Number 83 is to make your best post sticky. If there's a post which becomes more popular than others, it might be a good idea to make it sticky. By doing so, your post will be the first thing seen by new visitors. Since the post has already become so popular, the chances are that this actually is your best post. And it's new, and for new visitors, it's a good one to have them judge your site by. Just by making that post sticky, you can interest visitors into reading more into your blog or into your business website. Number 84, is to sell products on marketplaces. If you sell something online, chances are that there are more than one place to sell it or buy it. And if you can join multiple marketplaces, you can expand your reach to your audience and potential customers. Your product will become more exposed. It will be seen by a greater audience. So you will be able to get more sales by having a greater number of chances to get those sales. Number 85 is to use landing and squeeze pages. When you're selling a product, you should take advantage of landing and squeeze pages. Instead of leading visitors to your blog or your homepage, lead them to your landing page that you've spent time on analyzing and testing and tweaking to get the best results. And this is going to give you a better conversion rate if you have done it by the numbers and went by the amount of time people stayed on the page or what action they made from landing on that page, and you can see what kind of behavior your visitors are doing when they land on these landing pages or squeezing pages by looking through your Google Analytics. So number 86 is to share motivational quotes. And if you have personal profiles on popular social networks, you already know that people love motivational quotes. Use this to your advantage and create motivational posts which can be promotional to your work. Be subtle about it, create an image and a quote, and leave a link to your site on the bottom. 87 is to publish at the right time. Google Analytics and other tools will tell you what times are best for your sharing because of the results from different times that you have shared. 88 is to convert posts into PDFs so people can download them when they don't have time to read them when they find them. Number 89 is to go to a meetup and meet other people in the organization that you may be able to cross-promote or go into a partnership with, and then you can expand to their audiences. Number 90 is host a conference. Have a speech about your niche or your business or your industry. Number 91 is to host a free workshop. Teach people about what you do, what your service is, and give a lesson for free. Talk about your business. Since you're teaching them something, people are likely to see the details about you and what you do on your site. Number 92 is to use Bing ads. Just like Google AdWords, Bing Ads has their own search engine and they are still very popular, and you can use this to your advantage. A lot of people don't even worry about Bing or Bing Ads because they don't think it's even worth it anymore. Number 93 is to use mobile ads. If you're getting visitors from smartphones and tablets, which you probably are, you might be interested in mobile ads. Depending on your website or product, the ads might get you more visitors than you think. To get started, you should see what Apple and Google offer. Number 94, like we already mentioned, is to buy ads, which allow you more advertising. If you've got a few dollars to spend in a budget, there's different services that offer ad spaces, banners, and similar options. Number 95 is to use long tail keywords. Again, back to the keyword research. Long tail keywords are more specified on what somebody wants normally, and have less competition than short keywords. The internet's a crowded place, but if you're trying to compete for a single keyword, chances are you got a slim chance. There's so many websites you just can't compete with. But if you start with long keyword phrases, your chances are going to get a lot better. For example, instead of trying to compete for the keyword game, which won't bring you very many results if your site is new, try finding something more specific. Instead, you can focus your site article around the long tail keyword, how to install smartphone games from the App Store. It's very specific, and you can target it, and you can find out what your audience is interested in a lot easier. Number 96 is to use the free WordPress SEO plugins. There's an all-in-one SEO, there's Yoast SEO, there's WordPress SEO. These are plugins, they're free, and you can install them and go through the settings, and you will have a lot better SEO ratings. Number 97 is to use polls. This was a good way to get interaction and to find out what your readers like. A simple poll can keep your reader on the site for a little bit longer, but more importantly, it can generate meaningful results. It can ask the readers what they like or what they would like to see in your next review, and by doing so, you can bring the readers back to your site. Number 98 is kind of related. It's ask your readers for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help from time to time. Just like asking them what they want to see. Use your articles to ask them questions. Use social media networks to ask what they would like you to write about. Be straightforward with them. Number 9 is to be persistent and consistent. Keep writing. Don't let your blog dry out for days or weeks, but instead try to write new stuff at least every 2 or 3 days. This will keep visitors coming back. It will let Google and other search engines know that your site is live, and it will also keep automatic RSS feeds, article aggregators up to date with your site. Number 100 is to use generated content. Just like allowing guest posts, you may use different approach to user-generated content. Instead of allowing people to have control over an entire article, you may enable them to post their photographs and videos. Individuals who find their material online will be more likely to share your site with their friends. Number 101, submit your site to all search engines. Make sure you submitted your site to Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, Yandex. There's many search engines that you may not have heard of, but you have audiences. So that's been 101 traffic ideas and ways to get more clientele and customers, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it.